Ever wondered where the most extreme places on Earth are? Some are remote, dangerous, and totally unpredictable, and that's exactly why people visit them. Let's take a look at some of the most extreme places on Earth that attract tourists. First up is Mount Fuego in Guatemala, a name that literally means fire mountain. This isn't just any volcano. It's one of the most active in Central America, erupting almost every 15 to 20 minutes, sending ash and lava into the sky. You can see smoke rising from its peak almost daily, and at night, glowing lava flows down its slopes. It sounds terrifying, right? But that doesn't stop hikers from trying to reach the summit. The hike is tough, it's steep, exhausting, and the high altitude makes it harder to breathe. But for those who make it to the top, the view is unforgettable. Standing there, looking down at the glowing lava fields, you can feel the raw power of nature. However, this adventure does come with real risks. Fuego has had sudden, deadly eruptions in the past, and being near an active volcano always carries some danger. That's why guides keep a close eye on the volcano's activity and will turn back if things start to look unstable. Now, let's head north to Trolltunga in Norway, one of the most stunning yet physically challenging hikes in the world. Trolltunga, or Troll's Tongue, is a narrow rock ledge that sticks out over a huge drop, offering one of the most incredible views on Earth. But reaching it isn't easy. The hike to Trolltunga can take anywhere from 8 to 12 hours, covering rough, uneven ground, steep climbs, and unpredictable weather. Even in summer, the weather can change quickly, with fog rolling in and temperatures dropping fast. But for those who make it to the top, the view is like something out of a fantasy movie. Standing on the edge of the rock, with the fjord stretching out below you, is both thrilling and a little scary. Every year, people try risky poses to get the perfect Instagram shot, sometimes getting too close to the edge. There are no safety railings, and one wrong move could be deadly. Despite that, thousands of hikers make the journey every year, showing that the excitement of extreme landscapes is worth the risk for many. From the freezing cold of Norway, let's head to the Lut Desert in Iran, one of the hottest places on Earth. If you think summer heat waves are tough, imagine standing on a ground where surface temperatures have reached a shocking 159 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot enough to fry an egg, if the ground itself wasn't already burning. Despite the extreme heat, the Lut Desert is a place of strange beauty. Tall sand dunes stretch for miles, huge rock formations rise from the earth, and salt plains create an almost otherworldly landscape. The intense heat means there's almost no life here, and in some spots, scientists have found no signs of bacteria, making it one of the most lifeless places on Earth. But people still come. The desert draws photographers, scientists, and extreme explorers who want to experience its unusual beauty. The best time to visit is during the cooler months, when the temperatures are a bit more bearable. Even then, it's important to travel with a guide, because getting lost in this huge, unforgiving landscape would be a serious risk. Now, let's talk about a place that's both legendary and deadly: Mount Everest in Nepal. There's no mountain more famous than Everest. It's the highest point on Earth, standing at an incredible 29,032 feet. For many climbers, reaching the summit is the ultimate goal, a feat that requires months of preparation, top-level fitness, and serious determination. But Everest is more than just a mountain. It's a test of survival. The altitude alone is brutal, with oxygen levels so low that climbers often need bottled oxygen just to keep going. The weather is unpredictable, and there's always a risk of avalanches, ice falls, and deadly storms. Then there's the death zone, the area above 26,000 feet, where the human body starts to break down due to lack of oxygen. Even with all these dangers, hundreds of climbers try to reach the summit every year. And even if you're not aiming for the top, trekking to Everest Base Camp is an adventure on its own. The hike takes about 2 weeks and offers incredible views of the Himalayas, ancient monasteries, and a chance to experience the local Sherpa culture. It's still a tough challenge, but far more manageable than the dangerous climb to the summit. From the highest point on Earth, we now go to one of the lowest and hottest, the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. It's home to colorful sulfur springs, boiling lava lakes, and huge salt flats, all surrounded by active volcanoes. The temperatures here are extreme, often over 122 degrees Fahrenheit, making it one of the harshest environments on Earth. And yet, tourists come to see its strange beauty. One of the biggest attractions is the Erta Ale volcano, which has a continuously active lava lake, one of the few in the world. Even with its otherworldly scenery, visiting the Danakil Depression isn't easy. The heat is unrelenting, the air is filled with toxic fumes in some places, and the ground can be unstable because of volcanic activity. But those who make the trip are rewarded with a rare look at one of Earth's most alien landscapes, a place where the planet is still raw and untamed. Now, let's talk about something a little different. El Caminito del Rey in Spain. This isn't a remote desert or a towering mountain, but it's still one of the most extreme travel experiences out there. Often called the world's most dangerous walkway, El Caminito del Rey is a narrow path that clings to the side of a steep gorge, suspended hundreds of feet above the ground. Originally built over a century ago for workers to reach a hydroelectric plant, the path eventually fell apart and became a crumbling death trap. Huge sections were missing, and hikers had to balance on rusty beams with sheer drops below. It was so dangerous that authorities had to close it for years. But in recent years, it was completely rebuilt and reopened to the public. Now, it's much safer, but the thrill is still there. As you walk along the new, reinforced path, you can still see the remains of the original crumbling walkway below, a haunting reminder of how dangerous it used to be. The adrenaline rush of walking along these dizzying cliffs makes it one of the most exciting hikes in the world. Next, let's visit one of the most infamous places on Earth, the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone in Ukraine. In 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear disaster made the surrounding area uninhabitable. Radiation levels were dangerously high, and thousands of people had to evacuate, leaving behind a ghost town frozen in time. Today, guided tours take visitors through the abandoned city of Pripyat, where empty buildings, rusting amusement park rides, and overgrown streets tell the story of what happened here. Some areas still have dangerous radiation levels, but strict safety measures are in place to make sure visitors aren't exposed to harmful doses. Walking through Chernobyl is both haunting and fascinating. It's a glimpse into a place where time has stopped, a reminder of both the power and the risks of human technology. Despite its tragic history, Chernobyl has become a popular dark tourism destination, drawing visitors who want to see the aftermath of one of history's worst nuclear disasters. From a nuclear disaster zone, let's head to one of the hottest, driest, and most extreme places in the world, Death Valley in the USA. Death Valley holds the record for the hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth, a blistering 134 degrees Fahrenheit. In the summer, temperatures regularly climb past 120 degrees Fahrenheit, making it one of the most unforgiving places on the planet. But despite the extreme heat, Death Valley is a popular tourist destination, attracting thousands of visitors every year. What makes this place so fascinating? The landscapes are like something from another world. There are massive sand dunes at Mesquite Flat, cracked salt flats at Badwater Basin, and colorful hills at Artist's Palette. Then there's Racetrack Playa, where mysterious sailing stones move across the dry lake bed, leaving long trails behind them, even though no one has ever seen them move. Tourists drive through the valley, hike through slot canyons, and even camp under the stars. But visiting Death Valley isn't something to take lightly. The heat can be deadly, and every year people underestimate the conditions, running out of water or getting stranded in the desert. If you ever visit, bring plenty of water, avoid hiking in the midday heat, and always let someone know your plans. Now, if Death Valley sounds extreme, wait until you hear about Yungas Road in Bolivia, also known as Death Road. This road has earned its terrifying nickname for a reason. It stretches about 40 miles through the steep mountains of the Bolivian Andes. The road is narrow, often only 10 feet wide, with sheer cliffs dropping over 2,000 feet into the jungle below. There are no guardrails, the surface is often slippery from rain, and thick fog can roll in without warning, making it nearly impossible to see. For years, Yungas Road was considered one of the deadliest roads in the world, with hundreds of people losing their lives in accidents. But despite, or maybe because of, its terrifying reputation, It has become a huge attraction for thrill-seeking tourists. Many visitors choose to bike down the road, speeding along the winding, narrow path with nothing but a cliff on one side. It's one of the most adrenaline-pumping rides imaginable. And while it's much safer now than it used to be, the danger is still very real. Guides warn visitors to take it seriously. One wrong move, and it's a long way down. From extreme roads, let's head to the most extreme continent on Earth, Antarctica. Antarctica is the coldest, driest, and windiest place on the planet. It's also one of the most remote, with no permanent human population, just research stations and groups of scientists. But despite the harsh conditions, it has become a bucket list destination for adventurous travelers who want to experience its untouched beauty. The vast ice fields, towering glaciers, and massive icebergs make Antarctica feel like another world. Then there's the incredible wildlife. Penguins, seals, and even whales thrive in these frozen waters. One of the most popular ways to visit is by cruise ship, with tours that let travelers explore the icy coastline, kayak between icebergs, and even step foot on the continent. For the truly daring, some expeditions offer the chance to camp overnight on the ice or take a polar plunge in the freezing Antarctic waters. The conditions are extreme, but the experience is unforgettable. Just being in Antarctica, surrounded by endless ice and untouched wilderness, is something only a few people on Earth will ever get to do. These places show that nature is wild, unpredictable, and worth the journey. It's not just about the thrill, it's about experiencing the world in a way most people never will. There are risks, but with the right mindset and preparation, the reward is an adventure you'll never forget. So which extreme destination would you visit first? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next adventure.